Gates are back, and they sent on their way. Zeus gave away about a length. Street Art slides off to the early lead. London Roads won't give it to him all that easy. Vesuvio's third. Raffles hugs the rail. Then comes Indian War Dance, who fights for his head. Further back to Peyton's Tears in the two shades of blue. Coromandel's in the bright green. Miller Hughes in the red and gold colours, racing in 8th position towards the corner of the track and about 8 lengths off the leader. Then came Imperial Master and finally Zeus as they worked their way through the final 1400 metres, and Street Art managed to win the battle for the lead. But he had to work. London Roads didn't make it easy for him, but there's a length and a half in it. Vesuvio races in 3rd. Then comes Indian War Dance, who heads Raffles for 4th. Then we go a length and a half away to Peyton's Tears and Coromandel. They together. Then comes Imperial Master racing a further length and a half in behind Millahue. There's one from last, and Zeus sees them all as they make their way towards the top of the straight with a little over 1,000 metres left to run. Free striding Street Art in front now by 2 lengths over London Roads in the white blinkers, who races back in 2nd. Then comes Vesuvio in the pink and blue colours. Indian War Dance and Raffles have been together from the start. They followed by Coromandel, who races in the bright green. Then that one's inside as Peyton's Tears in the navy blue colours. Imperial Master, Miller Hughes towards the inside rail. Then comes Zeus, who races at the back of the field. That's where he's been from the start as they now head down towards the final 600 metres. And it's still Street Art on the sharp end with a fluent stride in front by a length and a half over Vesuvio, who races in 2nd. Raffles been asked to run. Then comes Zeus towards the outside. Peyton's Tears tries to find a way through. Indian War Dance, Coromandel, they next best. Miller Hughes still got 5 to make up, but Raffles now goes for home. Street Art towards the inside, tries to revive itself. Then comes Vesuvio. They followed by Zeus, but now it's Raffles. Puts a length between himself and Street Art. Miller Hughes out the pack, trying to chase down Raffles. Raffles in front. Miller Hughes closing in. Raffles, Miller Hughes, Raffles. Denied Miller Hughes. Peyton's Tears ran 3rd. Street Art was 4th. Is in the red and white colours, sat behind the leader out of gate 1. It was never going to be complicated, but he still had to show a lot of fight because Miller Hughes was chasing down Street Art. Didn't give up until the final 120 metres or so, when I think the weight probably told. Peyton's Tears is always a lively challenger, but it's going to be Raffles who takes out race number 4.
All right, so yeah, well done to Vugamahash, who is the groom for this particular horse, Raffles. We'll touch on that in just a moment. And a big well done to Roy Magna, of course, to Messrs. S. Millam, to the Long family, top ride, Gavin Larena, and obviously a top training feat by Roy Magna. It's great to see Mr. Mags back at the VAAL. Chilly afternoon. Gav, I must say a top ride from you, because I know he's been a bit frustrating, even though he's been consistent. I thought he would have been a lot more than a one-time winner by now, but maybe over 2,000 metres, this could be his game.
Yeah, Bren, look, before the race we were suspect on whether he was going to get the 10 furlongs, but it was a great win for him today. Great to get him winning again. Obviously I won his maiden on him first time out, and you know, we thought a lot of him. But it's been a very frustrating time with this horse. I think also rated so highly is never easy for a one-time winner. But great to get his head in front again, and I'm sure this will help his confidence.
Gav, obviously confidence booster for these individuals. I know that it's always a big help.
100%. You know, especially once they get their head in front again. You know, they learn how to win, and they enjoy it.
If I can just ask you, for the viewers out there, I mean, not to open old wounds, but we want the transparency. Empress came, did look to take a bit of an awkward stride with you at about the 250, still very green.
Yeah, you know, she changed legs a couple of times in the running. I had her going really well going through the 250, and she was quickening up very nicely. I was slapping her, you know, with her right hand, and she was giving it to me. As I went for my whip, she ducked away from it, she shied away, and obviously I think that could have cost her the race. But look, she ran a good race. She does have issues. She does have breathing problems. So let's hope we can get her winning soon.
All right, and I just need to ask you quickly, Samoa Sheldon, fully loaded. Gav, if you could single one out for us. I mean, it's competitive day today, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Look, I think Samoa in the next, she's a big runner. She always gives of her best. She did run a week ago, but Sean likes to keep them nice and fresh. So I'm sure she'll run a good race. We've got Mr. Pettigrew's horse to beat there. Sheldon, he's doing really well at home. I think we've got Mark the Cox horse to beat there. I think he'll enjoy the 1100 today. I think he'll be a runner. And fully loaded at the back, I think it's quite a competitive field. I don't know much about the horse other than he beat me last time.
Well done, Gav.
Thank you very much. Big thank you to the Marlins, to H and the whole Long family. Well done to all of them. Great to win for them. And to Mr. Mags, Casey, JJ and the whole team, well done to all of them.
Well done, Gav. Good to see Gavin Larena as always. He's a top rider and he's back in the winner's enclosure. Well done, Mr. Mags. Good stuff. I know that he's probably a horse that's, I'm not going to say he's disappointed you, but I mean, a one-time winner, you probably thought he would have won more by now.
You know, he won his first and they made him a merit rating 95. Sure. As a one-time winner, it was always going to be hard.
Sure.
But it's been a bit confusing. We've run him shorter. The jocks say he's sprinter. He's not a sprinter. 1800, he ran second the other day today, 10 furlongs, and he won. So he's always that goes a trip. His merits come down a tad. He's always shown us a lot at home. I think now, as Gavin said, now he's learned to win. I think he'll probably go on to win a few more very quickly.
He's quality, isn't he, Mr. Mags? I mean, I have a look at him. He's a lovely looking horse.
We've always rated him, but as I say, the merit rating when you're a 95 as a one-time winner, your whole career is in jeopardy. So anyway, it is what it is, but he's won a good race today.
Mr. Mags, if I can ask you, Glitter Fox probably needs to step up now out of the maidens, but won the maiden well.
Look, she raced in PE, and I think it took her 25 runs to win her maiden. She's only had a handful of runs with us. She ran second, then won. But as you well know, when they win their maiden, the next run, that's the proof of the pudding. If she can run in the money or win again, then we know where we are.
Mr. Mags, always good to see you. So happy that your yard's in good form at the moment, and long may it continue.
Well done to H. He's watching at home, and Lionel, and Gareth, and Stanley, and to David Hepburn Brown. I mean, he breeds a very good time thief. So congrats to all of them.
Talk about H. I mean, the Long family have been with you for a lifetime.
Yeah, they have, eh? They're a good family.
Good friends,
good
good
supporters,
family.
yeah. Good golfer, yeah.
Good golfer?
Yeah.
Give you a run for your money?
Oh, absolutely.
Well done, Mr. Mags. Always good to see you. If you can just accept the 1,500 Rand on behalf of the groom, please.
Super, thank you.
Thank you very much. That's Roy Magna, and a big well done to the winning groom. 1,500 Rand will be going the way of the winning groom of Raffles. Thank you, Mr. Mags. There we go. That's number 4, the 3-year-old son of Time Thief. Top ride, Gavin Larena. Of course, a big well done to S. Millum, to the Long family, bred by Hemelanada Stud Farm. He's finally become a 2-time winner. Long may it continue because he's a smashing looking horse.